Prophetess Debile, 7750 Media. Let me talk about Chidimma Adetshina being crowned Miss Universe Nigeria 2024. And then the continuing divisive messages being generated on social media about South African xenophobia and how the same South Africans who rejected her are now regretting it. Fortunately for me, I know that God is not a racist, He is not a tribalist, and He is not xenophobic, nor discriminatory, but He is a God of divine order. Wikipedia says Chidimma Adetshina is a Nigerian beauty pageant title holder who won Miss Universe Nigeria 2024. She represented Nigeria at the Miss Universe 2024 pageant in Mexico and finished as the first runner-up. She was also crowned Miss Universe Africa and Oceania as the highest ranked African contestant in 2024. Her placement is Nigeria's highest at any Miss Universe pageant. A little while ago, I stated that this is the time of the history makers. Speaking of South Africa, and in particular, the democratic South Africa that came into being in 1994, South Africa already has Zozibini Tunzi, who won the Miss Universe crown in 2019 as the first Black South African Miss Universe. An article written by Temi Iwaloye yesterday states that only 4 African countries have enjoyed this privilege, that being Botswana in 1999, South Africa in 1978, so before the democratic South Africa, and then South Africa in 2017 with Demi-Leigh Nel-Peters. I've already mentioned the first Black South African, Zozi Tunzi, in 2019, but there was also Miss Angola in 2011. My point with this story is that God uses adversity to advance His plans, designs, and purposes. Secondly, God does not take glory in dishonest deeds, fraudulent transactions, and that includes ill-begotten identity documents. Even our citizenship in heaven has to be legally and lawfully registered. Nobody is disputing that Chidimma was born in South Africa, but God makes crooked paths straight, and I more than anybody would know that. The fact that she is crowned representing Africa through her father's lineage and the identity bestowed through the father is exactly how I have experienced God in the scripture of Romans 8:28 as rendered in the Mirror Bible. It is the key scripture for the vision of 7750 because that is the one that the Lord gave me. He could have given me any other version of the Bible, but He gave me the Mirror Bible. His master plan is announced in our original identity, called, according to His purpose, Kaleo, meaning surname, to be identified by name. And as according to God's divine order, it is the Father who gives the child a name. And I will expand on this at some other time or at a later time. Suffice it to say this for now. I think God is pleased with Chidimma and with her perseverance and her tenacity. The African Queen vision that God gave me is about celebrating any African queen who displays fortitude and character in harsh circumstances, showing true heroism. That includes the representative that was at the Miss Universe pageant for South Africa, being Mia, what's her surname? I've forgotten her surname, but I'll get to that. It was and it is Nigeria's time to be in the spotlight and to shine a light on the African continent that some other continents and other peoples in the world still believe is the dark continent. Proverbs chapter 17 verse 8 says, a bribe is like an enchanting charm to the one who counts on it. Everywhere he looks, he sees the illusion of success. And just look at the scriptures that the Lord uses. It is an illusion of success if you have gotten something by bribery or by corruption. I'm not saying that this is what Chidimma's mother or her parents did. I'm just reading the scriptures. God does not associate himself with bribery, lies, and deceit. And when he loves you and has good plans for you, he will allow circumstances in your life so that your character can be tested and shaped. South Africa allows dual citizenship, and Chidimma has the opportunity to make sure her citizenship is obtained by the proper means. Congratulations to her and to Nigeria and to the Nigerians. As African people, we are proud of her and her achievement, and especially making history, even in adverse conditions. That is what God does, and that is how God moves. I'm going to leave it here for now. Thank you for listening.